Welcome back to my channel. Welcome to the Summer TBR video. I know we normally do monthly TBRs, but I think that's one thing that might be changing in the future of my channel. I want to actually sit down and have a chatty video with you about some changes that might be coming up pretty soon, actually very quickly. But for today's video, we are just gonna do my summer TBR. We're gonna start by going into my reader's gondolet. I have already hopefully picked out my summer TBR, and then we will talk about a couple of challenges that we are doing, and I will pick my challenge books that may or may not be included already, and then we'll wrap up this video. So with that short intro, just know that there's another video coming up talking about some things that might be changing here. I don't know which one I want. This is the Reader's Gondolet from Bae's Reads. These are like scary challenges. I say scary challenges, they're just hard. They're not supposed to be easy, but I'll link everyone down below. Ooh, a scavenger hunt. Okay, I can do this. I can do a scavenger hunt style video where I do a scavenger hunt and it helps me pick my next read, and then from there maybe we go and read a couple of more books. That will be a reading vlog. Okay, I'm not mad about that. I don't know what books I'm gonna pick yet because that's gonna be more in the moment, but do be expecting a scavenger hunt style reading vlog. Then Danny from Danny Dabbles does a seasonal readathon, and every season I've been like, oh, I'm gonna do it, and then I never do it. So for the summer readathon, it sounds really fun. I'm going to attempt hard mode, but there's an easy, a medium, and a hard mode. I'm not gonna pick any of the books in this episode of my TBR because I'm actually going to be doing a dedicated reading vlog for this, and we will see if I get hard mode or medium mode. But first, our non-bookish prompts, so this easy mode. Visit a new location, have a movie night with friends or with my children, create a summer playlist, make a citrus or berry themed dessert, watch the sunset. These are the bookish prompts. Read a book with a witty main character, read a novella, sun on the cover, and nostalgic vibes, reread a favorite, and read a book featuring a lovable duo. Hard mode is to connect them somehow. So let's say that you watch the sunset while you're rereading a favorite book, or you make a dessert while you listen to an audiobook of a book with a witty main character type of thing. I don't know what I'm going to do yet, but that is something. So now I have 2 reading vlogs over the summer. Then Chantel from Chantel Reads All Day has a new summer reading challenge. It started June 1st and goes to September 1st. I'm obviously a little late to this party, but I'm still gonna attempt it, and technically summer is June 21st to September 21st, so I'm giving myself that 3-month span. So I'm gonna start with the first 2. Chantel said that these are very basic prompts. I think she intended you to use it as a cover prompt, but she also said that you can use it however you see fit for whatever books you're gonna choose. So I'm gonna start with Summer. So this is just a book that takes place in the summer. I'm gonna be reading Camp Slaughter by Sergio Gomez. It's a summer camp. I think that this group of college friends goes to this cabin in the woods to, camp. And then, they start dying because it's, a slasher. So that's what I'm going to use. And I did try to prioritize my physical TBR, but I picked 2 that are digital. My other digital one is going to be Wings on the cover. For this one, it has a bird. I'm going to be listening to Drowning by TJ Newman. This is about a plane that crashes into the ocean, and I heard it's very claustrophobic, kind of popcorn read. This is the only one that I have 2 options for, so if I read either of these, I'm gonna count it a win. But this one is flowers on the cover. I have Other Terrors, an inclusive anthology. This is a horror anthology, mostly by BIPOC authors, and I think it will introduce me to some new authors that maybe when I like their short story, I can try some of their other work. I also want to really give short stories a chance because I typically don't like them, but I go in with the preconceived notation that I'm not going to like it. So I'm trying really hard not to do that. So this is option 1. Option 2 is Good Joy, Bad Joy by Mika Brammer. This follows Joy, who is this 80-year-old woman who's always played life by the rules. She's kind of what you would consider a goody-goody. She never got into any trouble. And now her best friend is dying. She only has a month to live, I think. So this is Joy and her best friend getting into some shenanigans. Then we have books. This one does not have books on the cover, but our main character is very bookish. She loves to read. So I'm gonna count that. So this is Phoebe Berman's Gonna Lose It by Brooke Averick. This follows Phoebe, who is almost 30, and she's on a mission to lose her V card. Then we have one of the 5 W's, so who, what, where, when, why. There we go. I have When You Disappeared by John Mars. I've never read a book by John Mars, but everyone loves him. Wait, I have read a book by John Mars. I have read a book by John Mars and didn't like it, but it's a sci-fi thriller. I want to try some of his, less sci-fi thriller, just his regular domestic thrillers. This follows Catherine, who wakes up. She thinks her husband went for a run, but Simon never makes it to the office. He's gone. And all of his stuff is left at the house. And now it's 25 years later, and Simon runs into Catherine, his wife. She just presumed that he died, and she's grieved the loss of him. But now it's 25 years later, and I don't know. Then this is country, and so a country side rom-com. Live Ranch Love by Emma Lucy. This is a Western romance, and I've never read a Western romance, but for some reason I think that I'm gonna love it. But it's more in the countryside of Colorado, the ranch. So she's here to sell his ranch, but he might steal her heart. He's it's gonna be like Grumpy Sunshine. He's grumpy because she's trying to, go there and steal the ranch, or, sell it. So I'm going to count this for country because it's kind of countryside, I think. But, I mean, look at that mountain. That's so pretty. Then I have this one. You might say I'm cheating. I have no idea what this book is about. I think that looks like an interesting, like, sunset. Potentially a sunrise, You know how when you're outdoors, like hiking or something, and the sunset starts to change into this pinkish purple, and it's like super pretty. That's what this looks like to me. It looks like a sunset. So I'm going to count this for sun on the cover. Okay. What happens when a fake relationship gets a little too real between the sheets? Oh, this is Rock Bottom Girl by Lucy Score. Lucy Score and Mariana Zapata are the queens of slow burns. I'm scared, but also I'm going to read it. Okay, then Wildlife. This one does not have wildlife on the cover. This is Pearl by Josh Mallerman. But Pearl is a possessed pig. Okay, then we have a book with a journey. I'm going to be real with you here too. This one might change as well. I'll give you the other option. They're both thrillers, but it's either going to be Dark Roads by Chevy Stevens or The Lost Ones by Shanna Kamal. They both are thrillers that follow a journey. In Dark Roads, you follow this highway, the Cold Creek Highway, which is 500 miles of highway, where when women are driving on this highway, they go missing and are murdered. Yeah. The Lost Ones by Shanna Kamal. This one sounds really good. It follows this woman named... Ever watched before? Let's see. Oh, I don't know. Oh, Nora. Nora gets this phone call from someone who is looking for this 15-year-old that she's never met, but it ends up being the child that she gave up for adoption when she was a teenager, and now her biological child is missing. So her child's foster family is contacting her to see if she can help them find like her biological kid. Okay, then we have Home, and for Home I picked The Suicide House because house and home almost sound the same, but also you have a house on the cover. I mean, the window of the house on the cover. The Suicide House by Charlie Donnelly. Inside the walls of Indiana's elite Westmount Prep High School, expectations run high and rules are strictly enforced. But in the woods beyond the campus and playing fields sit an abandoned boarding house that is infamous among Westmount students as a late-night hangout. Here, only one rule applies. Don't let your candle go out unless you want the man in the mirror to find you. And the last one is Water. So Water on the cover. I have two options for this. Okay, if I'm being real, this is the one I'm going to pick. So it doesn't matter what the other option is. It is The Night We Met by Abby Jimenez. And I mean, like, look at this. It's so pretty. I don't know what this is. I just know Abby Jimenez, and I'm gonna read it. So those are my for sure. those are that's my summer TBR, but I do have a couple of reading challenges that I'm trying to participate in, so I will be right back with whatever books I need to finish off those challenges in the summertime. Okay, this last stack right here, a bunch of them are already on my summer TBR, but these are TBR Knockout, Buzzword, Buzz Cover, Jurassic Park Readathon, and the Goober Readathon for the next 3 months. So there are a couple, like the Buzz Cover. One of them is to read a book that has damage on the cover. It looks like it's damaged. I think I'm going to be listening to My Name is Morgan. I don't know. It's some kind of fantasy book, but it looks like there's broken glass on the cover. I don't know anything about it, and I'm not normally a fantasy reader, so that one scares me a little bit. But I think that is the only one that I'm not sure about. There's The Lost Ones by Sheena Kamal. This will work for July's TBR Knockout. I believe it features a road trip, a cross-country road trip. So I'm going to count it for that. Then The Night We Met by Abby Jimenez. This can count for Buddy Read for the Goober Readathon and for TBR Knockout. Other Tears. This inclusive anthology will work for an anthology or short story collection for the Goober Readathon. Then contains darker themes for the Goober Readathon is Dark Roads by Chevy Stevens, so this one has to be read now. Then Fire or Smoke on the Cover for the Buzz Cover Challenge is The Burning Side by Sarah Damoff. I'm going to be real with you, I have already started it. I wasn't loving it, so I put it down, but there's fire and smoke damage. Then My or Me in the title is My Roomie is a Vampire by Jenna Levine. I have already started this one too, and I'm not loving it. So if I DNF this before August, when this comes back around, I will pick a digital book. And a group or society is The Jills by Karen Parkman. The Jills are a group of cheerleaders, and I think that counts. So this is my summer TBR. I'm very excited. I'm also going to start putting all my current reads or my current TBR on top of my TBR cart. You can't see it, but these are my TBR books for summer. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe to my channel if you're new around here. If you're not new around here, then actually just everybody tell me what you're most excited for the summer. Whether that be traveling. I will be traveling too. I already took one trip in June, but I'm going to take another one in July. And I'm excited. Also tell me if you've read any of these books and what you thought of them in the comments below. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in the next video.